Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Miami Dolphins. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Buddy up! 57, 22, Jet, Palmer! 22, Jet, Palmer! Hayward! Zip it! All set! Get him all! West! Let's 57!
They'll run on first down. Boyd, call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try the left side. It's Boyd, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here we go! Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On first down, Boyd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. 12 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Go. After you. Nice 57. 57's mine. Order. That's what I do. Tight dog.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Wait, set. Wide, 80. Watch the pass.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to matter?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Here we go. He's crashing.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Let's go. Check 52.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there by Gordon. 44 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Throwing now is Brady. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Allen, the intended receiver.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. It's Boyd, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
57, Mike, 57.
Operating from the gun. Hogue. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing after the interception. Hogue. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number 1, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Throwing after the interception. Hogue. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. A gain of 6 there on first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. On 3rd down, Boyd. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Hogue. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check. Check. Hot route. Hot. Plus, 57's the mic. Watch 57. All that.
2nd and 6. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. 52's the mic. Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Boyd. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On 1st down, Brady. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it's 3rd down.
Wait, 20! They're running it.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce and he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, G, get off the field. 57's Mike. Mike 57. I'm coming for you. You mine. 57.
Looking to throw on second down. Hogue. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Now Benjamin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. From the 45 on second down, Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. Brady now on 1st down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Cassius Marsh, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he's just across midfield. And down at the 49-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now. Put team on it. Put team on it. Get him. Get him.
On 1st down, Hogue. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And he'll find Hall. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on second down. Taylor to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Gordon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Taylor will throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cassius Marsh able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Anyway. Let's go, Z, let's go! Hey, let's get there! Go! 57's the mic, Rock 57. What we got? Hey, check, Mike 57.
To throw on 2nd down. Hogue, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year, and folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, we got 3 down. Mike 57. Let's go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's complete to Graham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready. Pittsburgh. 49. 66. Half. Zoom. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Silver. Check. Fresno.
On 1st down, Boyd. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Mike 52.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
Taylor hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw again on second down. Taylor, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Taylor going up top. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come on.
They'll run on first down. It's Boyd. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Justin Jones there on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
57. Mike, 57. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
To throw on third down. Hogue, flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Returning, it's Benjamin. Nice job bringing that one back. On the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Wait, that 53! Hey, come on, now, come on, now.
Throwing again. Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
To number 15. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Jones has it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Steve 6.
Here's Brady to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected, but sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to, so sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Mike, 55, 72.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. He had it on line, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I can't believe that. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Hey.
Operating from the gun. Home. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On third down, Boyd. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the one.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angle for him and shot for him?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards. Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. The intended receiver there, Allen. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 5-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 95 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
A loss of a yard brings up fourth down.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what